Welcome back, guys. I'm out looking for some new trails for our channel to another area I have not been to before. Trying to get out and film some more before the next round of storms come in. If you're new to the channel, that's Barkley, that's Pearl, my tails I call them, the dogs. I'm Scott, and we hike legendary trails to see if we can find evidence, and sometimes we do. I leave it up to you to decide. Looking for the legendary Sasquatch, Bigfoot, hairy man, Kushika, you name it. And some wildlife, if we can find it. It's fall here in Alaska. Southeast Alaska. On the brink of winter. And hopefully we don't get chased out like we did in the last video. If you did not see that, chased out of the Cursed River, check those two out. What are you barking at, buddy? I don't know if I was necessarily chased out or escorted out in the darkness, but I'm a little more prepared now. What you barking at, buddy? Yeah, it is eerie quiet out. Hands are starting to get cold. I need to throw some gloves on my pack. All right, had to get the leashes on them because we had a couple people, hikers, come by. So I think there's a couple cars out there still. I haven't been to this area, so we are way out there, but still you get people traveling to come out to the remote spots. It is a weekend, so we're gonna have the people out. Couldn't wait until last week or this week because of storms. That looked like it flooded recently. All right. I don't know if you could see the berries on some of the bushes still. Not sure which way to go here. I'll peek on my phone and see if I can find where we're at real quick. And I think I still have phone service here. Bear with me. All right, see the trailhead. Yeah. And we'll just keep on this one for a while, see where it goes. Why not, right? Just join me along for the adventure. You go where I go, you see what I see. Make your own determinations if you see anything popping out. Let me know in the comments below. step on their leashes. I believe this trail belongs to the Boy Scouts. I heard a whistle. Not sure if that was a bird, but I only heard the one single whistle. All right, let's keep on moving. It's dark in these woods and wet. Not as wet as my last video. Took me days to dry my equipment out. I'm keeping my eyes open. The whistle was back that way, so we'll keep an eye up the higher ground there. Keep eyes out for the hairy man, the black bears, possibly wolves, and people. Beautiful area. Wow, there's a big old tree snap. I'm sure the weather caused that. One of the many storms. Very lush area. I think there were 3 or 4 cars in the parking spot, the if you call it that again. So it is the weekend, but we're out middle of nowhere, so it must be a popular area. Like I said, I see a couple people, hikers together. That's it so far. Let's do a quick whoop. Whoop! Looks like it goes uphill and then right about there, it shoots straight up a mountain. All right, wow. Looks like maybe there's some caves up there on the side of the hill. There's a beach further down, and years ago we went out and dug up a bunch of clams. Really good, huge. Though they're not, they're East Coast clams, believe it or not. I think they're invasive. Big tree fall. Looks like years ago, right there. And there's the cliff face right above it, right there. All right, let's see where this takes us. It's a long, creepy trail. Years ago, they did put some nice trails in here. I think I was talking about how this belongs to the Boy Scouts. I think I cut myself off again, but yeah, it's only a footpath, and it belongs to the Boy Scouts. And there's a Boy Scout camp somewhere around here. Keep going. All right. All right. It's old growth trees. I'm assuming those are Sitka spruce again. Yeah, my last video, Chased Out. If you haven't seen it, watch that and the one before it, which is on the same river. But the last one, I left my headlamp in the car and I came up about a half hour short of getting out in daylight. And then everything is going fine. I mean, your typical creepy woods and occasional talking up the hill where there's no trails. You know, it's kind of like this, but you just can't see as much because of the trees right on the trail. So I can, you know, you can hear people talking in a distance, but there's nobody around. Never saw anybody. There's no cars. You could just hear it. You can, so all right, I'll just keep going. It's just, maybe it's just my imagination. Ugh, I thought I saw something peeking. I don't know if you see it, but there's, I'm going to point to it anyway. Right there, but I don't know if you could see it. Probably not. Like something peeking around a tree. I mean, it's really obvious, but could be just a dark tree or something. I'll keep eye on it, but when you're looking for that type of stuff, you kind of find that stuff. But so I was talking about that video and ran out of light, and then I started hearing, you could tell it was whistles. It was like that one witness described. And yes, I was listening for it, and it sounded exactly like he said, and it was, you can tell there was the first one, and then there was shortly after another one moving down with movement. It was obviously intentional, like I said. You can hear how quiet it is. There was, is that a rock face or an old mudslide right up here? Looks like something was coming down it. It almost looks like steps. I don't know if that's indentions in the, oh, look at the side of this mountain. This is Jurassic Park looking stuff right here. But this rock here, it has on the sides, I don't know if it's a mud sided, oh, I can't see it now, mudslide, but it looks like there's possibly tracks coming down it. Huh, all right. Well, I am hearing a crow or something up that hill. Boy, this is some Jurassic Park looking area. Now, somebody told me some of this stuff was filmed out here. Not 100% sure about that. There's a mushroom. For my wife, I always show in the videos. There's a cave under the rock for something, I'm sure. Get out of the rain. That is one of the rivers. I'm not, glacier rivers, comes off the glacier. I'm not sure if that's Herbert River or Eagle River. They're glacier rivers. That's why they're so silty looking. It's not dirty water. It's just pure water with silt. I see a few power boxes along this trail. Probably lights up the Boy Scout camp, I'm sure. I'm looking across there, keeping my eye on that tree line. without falling over the cliff here. Getting darker quick. Oh, I see all these, those were not natural trees right there. There are too much of it being in a line there. It looks like maybe an old bridge, a really old bridge. I don't know what that sound is I'm hearing. So weird. I don't know what that is. Oh, it got colder too. A little darker and a little colder. Oh man, and muddier. Again, thanks for joining me today. Appreciate it, really do. Hope you're enjoying coming along with me. See some nice country out here. We are blessed, like I said, many a time. I don't know what that noise is. I don't know if that's a drone. I don't know what we got here. Tree, Isle Trail, and Riverside Trail. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm keeping my eye out on it's a muddy mess. Like I said, I haven't been over here. I think I've been to that beach on the other side clamming before, but never over here. I don't know who or what comes out here. I've heard stories out on this side of the road. I can hear vehicle traffic in the distance. All right, let's get through this mess. Ugh. is that noise? It's got to be a drone. I don't see anybody though. Let's come down this way here. I don't know, but it's getting pretty annoying. Boy Scouts, Eagle River Boy Scout Camp, private property. Now I don't know if they're talking along here or back that way. That's Stevens Strait, Gulf of Alaska. Somewhere out here, I mentioned in one of my videos, a ship back at the turn of the century hit a reef and sank, and 300 plus people died. Just right out here. Somebody's wound up. All right. I don't know. I don't know if it's here or over here. I thought I heard something. All right. That's where the Glacier River enters the Strait, Gulf of Alaska. I think it's high tide right now. So let's work our way up. Let's cut across a little bit. That's the berries I mentioned are still hanging on the bushes. Don't think those are low brush cranberries. I don't think they bunch like that. But I'm sure whatever they're edible, they're probably pretty sweet right now. So there's still a food source out here, even though you can tell all the moss and ferns especially are dying off because of the cold. So I think Eagle Beach, if I'm correct, is back on that side. And the camp, Boy Scout camp, is somewhere. I don't know where it is, somewhere out here. I think it's further back. I'm sure they have a road to it instead of hiking in. Be fun for the Boy Scouts, but not for the people that cook for them and have to haul the food in and out. Probably takes a lot. I don't know if that's a road up there or not. Maybe that's the one I was maybe thinking of, but man, it's dark in here. Still hear cars out in the distance occasionally. Guys are exploring for the first time as I am. I have not been out here. I do have lights with me now, keeping in my water bag, or my dry bag, I should say, just in case. And a few other things. Dedicated lights to stay in the bag. All right, we're coming back out. Yeah, that was a little creepy. Opening up to the beach again, it looks like. I'm sure I mentioned, but if I didn't, this is southeast Alaska. I'm not sure what this area is. 20, 30 miles outside of the outskirts of Juneau. There's a road coming off the mountain right up there. The one and only road. That's where the trail we were on by the water is just meeting up with us here. And I don't know where this goes. Like I said on the last video, I was going to find multiple trails. And I think I'll do that here in a minute because I saw a nice wooded trail. I'm assuming this just goes to the Boy Scout camp that's back here or over here. But let's take a look at the bay. It's a bush plane coming into land. You can tell by the big tires on it. Weather's coming in. Okay, we're working our way back to the trailhead. It's getting darker by the minute. And so is the feelings are getting darker. So I want to avoid what happened to me last time, but I am prepared. Like I said, I have the headlamp and something else. So just in case something happens, or so just keeping an eye up that hill. I think they have cabins over there that you can rent. I think I'm not sure if it's recreation.gov or the state. I think they were pretty expensive, but I don't know if it's a seasonal thing. All right. Yeah, we're gonna try to get to this other trail I saw earlier. Promises made. So we're gonna head that way, dark or no dark. For a little bit at least. And we'll film just a little bit more up here. Then we'll, ooh, that's like Big drop off right here. I don't think you can see that. It's 20 feet down. All right, guys, stay over here. Yeah, it's gotten super quiet here. Sketchy. So you're gonna rejoin me here in a few on the other trailhead. Well, straight up that side of that mountain, huh? Nice. You guys have more energy than I will ever have. So let's keep going and get to that next trailhead before we lose light and weather. Yeah, I'm keeping my eyes open for the bears. It's a big bear area. Heard something call over there. May be a crow, a raven. They do make those knocking sounds with their throat. I haven't been down this trail either. This is a different one. Once again, have no idea where it goes. A cool little bridge here. Pretty solid looking. Come on, buddy, it's okay. Cliffs still go up here, so anything's watching, you could just walk along that ridge if they want to. If I was a hairy man, that's where I'd hang out. Pretty area. Gloomy day. All right, it looks like we come out into a bog and going back into that wood line up into that ridge. So, feeling very sketchy, but we'll do it because that's why we're here. Ugh, my lips are getting cold. I hope you can see this. It's getting dark back here. I've seen a few snaps. Let's do a few whoops here before we go up this mountain. Whoop! Whoop! At this time, there's more light in front of me than the camera's showing, I believe. So, but I still have my light. I'm slightly prepared this time. We may have to end this soon because of the lighting situation, but we'll continue on this trail later and some other trails on the next video. Yeah, it feels like it's going to go right up that mountain. All right, let's keep going. I'll keep going as long as I have somewhat of light and it doesn't start getting dark, as in dark feelings. Whoop! Whoop! Nothing yet. Let's see if this stick will work on a tree. Not so much. At least not on that tree. Let's try another try this on a different type tree. Try a stump. Nope. You don't have much to pick from on these sticks. They're all waterlogged. Kind of one out of that maybe. All right, let's see if we can find another one. A bigger one. It's old root. All right. Nope. Everything's waterlogged. All right. Keep you up on the ridge so you get some daylight, and then you can probably see anything that's paralleling me up there. If anything. Right now, it feels pretty sketchy, but I don't feel weirded out yet. Not yet. Getting more crow raven activity, I notice. I don't know if I'm clicking sounds here with these leashes on my hand. Let's wrap these up real quick so you don't hear this clacking and banging the whole time. There we go. All right. Got the leashes secured. Hearing something up just there. I only hear it when I start walking. When I stop, it stops. There it goes again. Maybe just a bird, but why would it just do it when I'm walking? All right, I think we're getting to the end of the light, even though I have light. I've said many times today. Trying to convince myself to actually use it this time. Let's do a couple more whoops. Yeah, I got to come back to this area. This place is something else. Come back here in the daylight hours. Whoop! Whoop, whoop. I'm hearing walking over that way. Sounds like it's along a stream. All right, guys, we're gonna call it because of the light issue, but thanks for watching again. And if anything pops up before here on the trailhead, I will definitely let you know. Working our way into some daylight here. It's just getting dark and creepy in those woods. I think I have pushed my luck the last few times. So let's keep on this for a little bit. Have not seen any animals out, including bears. Not yet, at least. The weather's moving in. Darkness is moving in. Like I said, thanks for watching. We'll come out this area and another few trails on the next video, I think, coming up shortly. I don't know what that was. Maybe a crow or raven. Big imitators. All right, guys, keep up. The energy these tails have, these dogs. Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah, this area's got perfect habitat for the hairy man. It's got the shelter, the caves, the food sources, water, of course, berries still out. And southeast does not get the snow the interior gets, or the cold the interior gets, so it's just the right habitat. And when they do, they can move towards the beach line or back up the hill. There are the Sitka deer out here. Okay, so getting back to the trailhead soon. I'm hearing voices off this trail, or up the trail, and I'm just trying to catch up to see if anybody's right there. And there is nobody. It was just right around the corner from me where I heard it. All right, well, maybe the sound is traveling strange and they're further up, but it sounded like they were right around that tree line. And that's why I turned the camera on, to see if I can make sure that's what I was seeing, or something's walking across the trail, but nothing. Not a person, nothing. Just a big stick laying in the middle of the trail. All right, guys. Getting around another corner here and still nobody. Come on. Man, I've been around long enough to know voices talking. I had that on the last video too, but this was a lot closer. Much closer. But all right, we'll go up here a little bit more and we'll call it again. I'll send you out with some drone footage.